Do you mind if I get connected to
Sure,
another
Mataji,
network?
please go ahead, Mataji. By then, kids will do their revision of the words. Yeah. You already did. We will go like this, okay? I can see Ramachandra. Ramachandra, go ahead, Ramachandra. For the verse.
Okay, can I?
परम धाम पवित्रं परमं भवान् पुरुषं शाश्वतं दिव्यम् आदिदेवम् अजं विभुम् आहुस्त्वं ऋषया सर्वे देवर्षिर्नारदस्तथा असितो देवलो व्यास स्वयं चैव ब्रवीषि मे.
Thank you. Next, Mukund.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Maham Ajam Vibhum Ahustvashya Sarve Devarshir Naradastatha Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Pravishime.
Thank you, Mukund. Next, Nandini. You can lower your hand, Mukund. Nandini, go ahead, Nandini.
Yeah. Arjun Uvacha Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavam Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum Ahostam Rishya Sarve Deveshya Naradastata Ashito Devalo Vyasha Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Nandini.
Hare
Next,
Krishna.
Balram. Balram, go ahead, Balram.
Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavam Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum Ahostam Shaya Sarve Deveshi Naradastata Sito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Cheva Bravishi Me. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Balram. Next, Samskriti.
Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Sashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibham Ahustam Vishaya Sarve Devashya Naradastata Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Bravishi Me. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Samskriti. Next, Tulsi.
Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Pavitram Paramam Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum Ahustva Vishaya Sarve Devarshir Naradastatha Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Pravishime.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Tulsi. Thank you so much. Next, Jagadish.
Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Visham Saswatam Divyam Nadi Devam Majam Vivam Austam Nihya Sarve Devashya Nadadastata Asito Devalo Rasa Sanjay Baba Vishime. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you. Next, Moksha, right? Mokshit, sorry, Mokshit. I don't know if I'm pronouncing correct. Go ahead.
Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Param Dhamma Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shatatam Divyam Adidevam Majan Vibhum Ahustam Vishaya Sarve Devashri Naradastata Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Cheva Bravishime. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. It was so nice. Akshita, go ahead, Akshita.
Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum Ahustam Rishaya Sarve Devasi Naradastata Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Bravishi Me. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Akshita. That was very nice. Next, Krishna Nayana. Go ahead, Krishna Nayana.
Arjuna Uvacha Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavam Purusham Saswatam Divyam Adidevam Majam Vibhum Ahustam Vishaya Sarve Devarshi Naradastada Ashitos Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Pravishime. Krishna.
Thank you, Krishna Nayana. Next, Gandharvika.
Gandharvika?
Ah, it's my name.
Who is Gandharvika?
Gandharvika, please go ahead.
Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Param Dhamam Pavitram Paramam Mama पुरुषं शाश्वतं दिव्यम् आदिदेवम् अजं विभु आहो ऋषया सर्वे देवर्षि नारदस्तथा असितो देवलो व्यासः स्वयं चैव ब्रवीषि मे.
Thank you. Thank you, Gandharvika. It was very nice. Mataji, please take over, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Is this better, kids? Is this okay now?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji. Better
Yes.
now.
I can hear you.
Okay. All right, kids, I think we can get started with our revision if you don't mind. So what we will be doing in today's class is just a revision of our previous classes to prepare for your exam. As everybody did, as Sita Priti Mataji, Padmasaki Mataji, Vrinda Mataji, all of them, they revised certain things with you, right? So we will also do the same thing by revising the classes, okay? So now I'm not going to share any slides. I'm going to do that in the later half of our class, but I will quickly summarize what we have learned so far. Okay? Are you with me, kids? Can you pay some attention to me for the next 20 minutes or so?
Yes.
After that, we will take some questions. Okay? All
Yes.
right, kids.
Okay,
So
Mataji.
we will get started. So now we are at a point where Krishna was so mischievous. He deserved the punishment of his mother, and she had a duty to train her son. You know, Krishna was so mischievous, and because of that, Yashodama, she had to forcefully do something just so that he can learn from his mistake. Mother Yashoda, she was binding Krishna, and something very interestingly happened. What was that interesting event? Every time she happened to bind Krishna, the rope was 2 fingers short. And what is the reason for that? Anybody?
Lord Krishna's stomach was invisibly being extended.
Okay, can you raise your hands? Maybe we can go with. Okay, Ojasvi, she has raised her hand here. Okay, go ahead, Ojasvi. Okay, Ramachandra.
Lord Krishna, when Krishna was being binded by Mother Yashoda, I was being 2 inches short because when Mother Yashoda was binding, Lord Krishna was like his stomach was invisibly extending,
Correct.
which made it all
And
the
there is yes, Ramachandra, very good. That is called Vibhu. That the Vibhu means growing big. So Krishna's stomach belly was expanding due to the inconceivable potency of the Lord. And Mother Yashoda, to him, I mean, she didn't know what was going on, because when Mother Yashoda looks at Krishna, it looks as if Krishna is the same. But invisibly, it is expanding in size. And that is the reason why Yashodama, she was not able to bind Krishna. And what happened? Let's see after that. Okay. Now, Mother Yashoda, she was trying to bind Krishna. He began to shout, begging help from Mother Rohini. Rohini Mata, please help me. I'm being bound by Mother Yashoda. So she's binding me. But they were not there. Rohini Ma, was she there? She was not there. She
no.
had gone to the house of Upananda to attend a program. If Mother Rohini had been there, the situation. Yes.
Are you sharing your screen?
Not now. She said after some time.
So we are going to do some question and answer session. In that session, I will be sharing my screen. But now I'm just discussing and summarizing the details so you can answer your question and answers. So I want you to pay attention to me so that you will be able to do well in your question and answer session. Is that all right, kids? Are you all with me?
Yes.
Okay, so now we are talking about Rohini Mata. She was not there with Lord Krishna. So when Mother Yashoda was trying to bind Lord Krishna, he called out shouting Rohini Mata, but she did not come to rescue him because she was not there. Okay. Due to Krishna's wailing and pleas for help, the neighborhood ladies, they ran to Nanda Baba's house to see the reason for all the commotion that Krishna is creating. They were surprised to see that Yashodama, she was trying to punish her darling son with binding a rope. The gopis thought, today Kanna must have done something very mischievous. And that is the reason why Yashodama is doing this. He comes to steal butter in our house. We know Krishna, but when we go and complain to Mother Yashoda, she wouldn't listen to us. She would just ignore us. But today, Krishna has done something really naughty in his house, and that is the reason why Mother Yashoda she is showing her anger to Lord Krishna. The gopis pleaded on behalf of Krishna. Oh Yashodama, please release Krishna. Please, he's a darling. Consider him that he's punished already. So leave him free. What a great offense he has committed for which you are trying to bind him. This is a very common behavior of children. Why do you have to bind him for this? It's just very common. It's not some big offense or something for you to bind him. So better leave him. Like that, these gopis are going and saying to Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda, what did she do? She did not care for any of these things.
Again.
Yeah. She became more determined, in fact, like Ramachandra said, she became more determined to bind Krishna. Seeing Yashoda so flustered, the gopis began to laugh, saying, oh, just see, you can never bind him. So now Yashodama, imagine the scene that she's trying to bind Krishna, but she's not able to do so. She took hundreds of ropes, but still she's not able to bind Krishna. And then what happened after that? It appears that destiny is protecting him. The gopis are saying Mother Yashoda initially tried to bind Krishna with the rope she was trying to churn butter, and then eventually she used every rope in her house. The neighborhood ladies, they jokingly brought more ropes from the household. Take all these ropes, try to bind him. Like that, they brought all the ropes from their houses also. Still Mother Yashoda could not bind him. And then Mother Yashoda, she said, he was born at the wrong time. Thus, he doesn't know what is good and what is bad. But I think you have been put under a spell. I mean, now the gopis are saying, thinking that Mother Yashoda, she is showing a lot of affection internally to Krishna, but externally she's behaving something different. This is not the actual mood of Yashodama. Like that, the gopis are thinking. Okay, now let's move on to the next section. What does the next section say? The next section talks about Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. What is the reason he is giving? He is an Acharya, right? He is an Acharya in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. And what does he say about this? When Yashodama was trying to bind Krishna, it was during the morning time. And morning time, what does Krishna do? What does Krishna usually do in the morning time?
Eats butter.
He eats butter. Of course, he does that irrespective of morning, evening, or night. What does he do? Usually goes to play out with his cowherd friends, right? And this is what is described.
He is eating dirt.
He eats dirt, yeah. So he also, what does he do in the morning time? He goes and plays with his cowherd friends.
The cow.
Yeah,
He herds the cow.
correct.
The cows.
Correct. And then herds the cow, right? So now all his friends, they have all come there to Krishna's house. But Krishna, he now has the desire to go and play with his friends. And that is the reason why Yashodama, she doesn't have the capability to bind Krishna. Because when Krishna's desire is to go out and play with his friends, how will Yashodama's desire be fulfilled of tying Krishna to the binding water? It's not possible, right? And that is what Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he says. When he saw that Krishna wanted to go out and play, his mother was trying to bind him, just stopping him. So the Lila Shakti thought, who can bind Lord Krishna? This is because whatever is Satya Sankalpa Shakti, we saw what is Satya Sankalpa Shakti. Satya Sankalpa Shakti means whatever Krishna desires, it happens. Okay, he doesn't like us. If we desire something, can it happen?
No.
No, right? But when Krishna
But
desires,
maybe it can happen if Krishna wants it to happen.
yes, Krishna has to be the sanctioner. He has to sanction it. Of course, only when Krishna sanctions, it will happen. But the desires, we have to put an endeavor also. Krishna, he just has to desire. The endeavor and all, it will automatically happen. Like how the creation happens, right? Through the sweat pores, all the universes come. He just has to desire of creation and creation will automatically happen. That is called Satya Sankalpa Shakti. In the exam, you will be asked Satya Sankalpa Shakti, what is it? Then you should be in a position to say that whatever Krishna desires, that will happen. That is Satya Sankalpa Shakti. And what is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's explanation of the binding of Krishna? You know, when they ask you that question, you have to answer that. He, Krishna, he wants to go and play with his cowherd boys. And because of that desire, Yashodama's desire of tying him to the motor is not happening. That is what his explanation is. Okay. Mother Yashoda, what did she think? Alas, the size of my son's waist is only.
You're saying something about Shakti.
Yes, what is it? Did you all understand that?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, who asked the question?
Mataji, the thing that you said after that I didn't understand.
Oh, Vishwanath
Okay.
Chakravarti's Thakur's explanation.
Yeah, did you understand that?
No, can you say it again?
Okay, so Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, what does he say for this rope binding situation? Why is Krishna not being tied by Mother Yashoda? Why is Yashodama not able to tie Krishna to the motor? That is because Krishna's desire is something else. What is Krishna's desire? He wants to go and play with his friends. And when his desire is such that, I mean, when his desire is opposite to Yashodama's desire, how can Yashodama's desire be fulfilled? It's not possible, right? And that is what it's being explained by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Are you clear, Mohit? Sorry, Mokshit?
Yes, Mataji. I think it was Sri Lakshmi. You said it.
Oh, Sri Lakshmi. Okay, I'm so sorry. Sri Lakshmi, are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. My mother Yashoda is now thinking the size of my son's waist is only as big as a palm, right? But I have used all the rope that I have had, hundreds of ropes, still not sufficient to bind this boy. Surprisingly, though, I don't see his belly growing in size. Okay, his belly is not going in size. That is what is called vibhuti. Vibhuti is the inconceivable potency of the Lord that is working, where his belly is expanding invisibly, but that is not being seen by Mother Yashoda.
Mataji.
Yes.
I thought I thought it was that the ropes were getting smaller besides the belly getting bigger.
Yes, everything was happening simultaneously. The ropes were shortening because his belly was expanding in size invisibly. Good point, Nandini. Did you get it?
Yes.
Good job. Okay, after using all the ropes in your house, the small waist of this boy still could not be bound. This indicates his good endeavor. Now, finally, Krishna, upon seeing the labor of his mother, so Yashodama, she was not ready to give up her effort. Did she give up the effort of not binding Krishna? She did not give up the effort. She tried even harder. She tried to do it even harder and put in more endeavor and was not ready to give up that process of binding Krishna. So, Krishna, looking at her endeavor, he thought, okay, let me give my mercy to Mother Yashodama. Let me be bound. No problem. Like that, he thought, and because of his desire again, his wish got fulfilled, and Mother Yashodama, she was able to bind Krishna. Are you all clear with me so far?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. Very good. Thank you for your attention. Another 10 more minutes, we will do our revision and then we will go for the question and answer session where I'll be asking questions and you have to say the answer. Okay?
Hare Krishna.
Mukund, are you making notes or what?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I had a question. So, if Yashoda was able to tie Krishna, so the desire Krishna had of not being bound and playing with his friends went away. So the belly stopped growing.
Correct.
And
correct. Wonderful point, Gandharvika. Yes, it so happened that his belly came to his normal size back again, and that Yashodama, she was able to bind Krishna. Again, only due to the mercy of Krishna, this can happen. Otherwise, nothing can happen. So it shows the fact that the devotee, he's trying very hard, he's putting endeavor. And if Krishna is satisfied, he is going to give you that mercy. Okay, that is the analogy that we are trying to meditate upon. So here Krishna, he gives mercy to his devotee Yashoda Amma, seeing her endeavor. Likewise, if we put in our endeavor in any devotional processes, then Krishna, he will be pleased and he will be able to give you his mercy. Hmm? No, you don't have class today. Hmm. Yeah, you can send it later. So sorry, kids. All right. Yeah, it's Varun. Okay. All right. Now what happened? Let's see. Okay. 10 more minutes of attention, and after that, we will do question and answer session. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, most attractive, completely independent Krishna, who is the controller of all controllers, showed his great quality of Bhrityavatya. Bhrityavatya, okay, very important. Becoming a subordinate or the servant. Now, Krishna, we all know he is the controller. He is the controller of everybody, but he became controlled by a devotee. Can you imagine his position? Can you mute, please, Josh? Can you mute your phone? I mean, mute your laptop or whatever. Is it possible? Okay. Thank you. Mataji, can you mute Josh? Okay. So, Britya Vatsya, okay? Britya Vatsya, meaning he becomes the subordinate or the servant. He is the controller of everybody, but in this case, he became controlled by a devotee named Mother Yashodama. So one can ask, can Krishna be bound in this way? Shukadev Goswami, he says, yes, because of his merciful nature, Krishna can actually be tied by his devotee. Krishna's merciful nature, that is the reason why he is being able to be tied by his devotee. So here, so there is a very good explanation that is being given. After binding Krishna to the grinding motor, Mother Yashoda sternly told Krishna, stay here, don't dare to move. She asked the other gopis to keep an eye on him. Until this point, Balarama was not there. So someone informed Balarama that his brother has been tied up. Upon arriving, Balarama assumed his Sankarshana mood, meaning he's become very authoritative now. And he says, who dared to bind Krishna? I am Sankarshana. I am Seshanaga. As Sankarshana, I can burn the entire universe with one breath. As Seshanaga, I can inundate the entire Vraja with the poison coming from my 1,000 hoods.
But he can't do it tomorrow.
Does this wrongdoer not know what I can do? Who has this? Sankarshana started to question. Sankarshana, he's showing his real mood of Adi Sesha, saying that his poison can inundate the entire Braja. Hare Krishna. Are you clear?
You're kind of lagging.
I'm kind of lagging.
Yeah, because we can hear Mataji, we can hear you clearly though.
Now.
Mataji, I could hear you great.
But I think you have to.
Kids,
No, you're
just
not.
have to bear with me.
Now
Okay,
better.
just bear with me.
You're not lagging, but we are.
Okay, no problem. Just bear with me for another 5 more minutes. We will complete the class and I'll ask question and answers. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my internet. So sorry, kids. So now you understood the mood of Sankarshana as Balaram, right? He was trying to ask so many questions to who happened to bind this? I can inundate the poison to entire Vraja, with my 1,000 hoods. Who did this to Krishna? I'm so angry with that person. Like that, he's expressing a lot of anger. And someone told Balarama that it was Mother Yashoda who happened to do this. And upon hearing this, Balaram's mood changed because he knows she is Balaram's mom, right? Whenever mom says something, we just don't react to that.
Mataji,
Yes?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I can't hear you well.
Okay.
I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, I can too.
Yeah, I hear you
Okay.
perfectly. You're
Okay,
like
next.
Mataji, I can hear
really low
Your
volume. I put my volume 100, but I still can't hear you.
I increased my
Maybe
volume.
your
Is this
device's
better?
volume is low.
Is
Your volume good. And now, Mataji, you're frozen.
Now you're frozen. We can't
I
hear you.
Your screen is
increased
frozen.
my volume a bit. Is this okay? I will soon.
This is Ishita.
Okay, kids, we will move on to
like
a
5 seconds. This is
no
Ishita.
problem. Bear with me. It's okay. Okay, we will complete the session. Yeah.
Mataji, this is Ishita.
Yes, Ishita.
Today we're doing a test.
Yes, we will be doing a test. Because of that, we are revising the subject
Not today.
matter. Okay.
On one
Not
day,
today.
Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Yes. Okay. Mother Yashodamma, after binding Krishna, had left to perform her duty and she was engaged in the household chores. Okay. And Krishna, he had given his merciful glance towards the Yamala Arjuna trees now. He's giving this his merciful glance, meaning he is seeing the trees. That glance itself is enough. Oh, what is going on with these trees? Like that, he saw the trees. Mother Yashoda, she left Krishna, but she did not go very far away. She was just around and she asked the gopis to take care, and the kids were also there looking at Krishna. She also engaged the boys to guard Krishna, and she knew very well that the boys did not have enough strength to obviously move the grinding mortar. Thus, she had no fear that her son wandered off and he would do some mischief. Mother Yashoda said, "You boy, you should not leave from this place. You should just stick to this place and never go anywhere." Like that, she told Krishna, and she went. And then, what is described in Gopal Champu, having tied him up and showing harshness to teach Krishna, Mother Yashoda, she went to do her household chores with the other women who were laughing at her. She placed the other boys around her child to protect him. When the neighborhood woman left, Krishna pretended to cry for a while. He played with them while smiling, and he moved the motor a bit, and they laughed at looking Krishna moving the motor. Okay, how can Krishna move the motor? It's so heavy, right? How can Krishna move slowly? Slowly he moved and he went near the Yamala Arjuna trees. Okay, can you all imagine that scenario where Krishna, he was this very small boy, but still with a lot of strength, inconceivable potency that nobody can see. He just moved the motor close and close to these trees. Okay.
What tree,
But
Mataji, did you say?
Yamala Arjuna trees, they were called Yamala Arjuna trees. Okay. But he did not desire to free himself from the motor using his hands or any instrument in order to give joy by pulling the mortar. Okay, he did not, because Mother Yashodama tied him up. So he thought, why should we free ourselves from that? Let's not do that. So he in fact moved closely to those trees by without untying himself from the mortar. Here it should be noted that
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
yes, Hare Krishna.
I had a question. So,
You come in, please.
so if the gopis were looking at Krishna going to the Yamuna Anjana trees, and if the Yamuna Anjana trees, they saw the Yamuna Anjana trees falling down, then why didn't they protect Krishna, take Krishna away?
Who, the Yamala Arjuna trees? Why didn't they
No,
protect Krishna?
the kids.
No, the
Oh, the kids,
Because Krishna told them to go away. Not like go away, like to like go away. He said like there's like some tasty butter or something.
the gopis, if they were watching, then why didn't they protect Krishna from the
I
Yamuna?
think the gopis went away and only the kids were there.
correct. The kids were only there. The kids were actually enjoying the scene. The gopis, they went away laughing at Krishna. Okay, like Mother Yashodama, they also went away. Mother Yashodama, she didn't go very far away. She was just around. But the kids were only watching this. None of the adults were there in that scenario.
Okay.
Okay. The kids were enjoying this act of Krishna. They were, because they were all so playful, right? Whenever somebody does mischief, then we would obviously try to relish. The other kids will relish. They will not stop from doing the mischief. They will enjoy it, right? Yeah, that was the act that was going on. Okay. And now what else is happening? Let's see. Okay, and Srila Jiva Goswami, he gives a beautiful explanation here. Krishna had seen these trees since the birth, right? Since the birth, he was seeing these trees. And why only now he is looking at the trees and giving his merciful glance upon the trees? What is the reason for this?
Because Narada Muni, because of the curse, it was some exact years.
Correct.
So he has to do what according to the curse.
Yeah. But why so long the trees were here only, right? He could have given his merciful glance anytime. Why not now? Why now? Why not before?
Mataji,
Because it was part of his Lila.
It was
Mataji,
part of his Leela, but what is the reason? Correct, Nandini, that's correct. You're getting there.
it's because he never like he's always going around and feeling better in one, and like he's feeling
Because he's so busy stealing butter that now
Because the people Nalkaver and Manigriva are feeling like they are like
tied up, so he's feeling
Uh-huh.
compassion for the trees because
Compassion. No, my question is, you're all right, okay? You're all right, but why didn't he do this? That is Narada. It's all right. He got cursed by Nanda.
because he was also tied to the motor and he couldn't get out, and he could also see that Nalkaver and Manigriva were also tied
up in a curse.
was stuck inside.
Both had some relationship.
Wonderful. Who said that?
Mukunda.
Mukunda Krishna.
No, Ramachandra.
No,
Ramachandra and Mukunda. Oh, you both said it at the same time? Okay, very good job.
Mukunda.
That is the right answer. Did you all hear Mukund's answer? He said that, we see that Krishna, he is tied to the motor. So he is able
He's
to
in a
understand the
struggling condition.
pain. Yeah, he is in a very struggling condition. Being tied to the motor is not an easy thing. Nobody wants to be tied by something.
And he's
So he
understanding Nalkaver and Manigriva's mood inside the tree.
Also kind of tied up.
Correct.
Because they're
Correct. And he is able to
so it's kind
understand the Nalakuvira and Manikruva being tied also. Because he being tied, he is able to understand the pain of the others who are in fact being tied. And that is the reason Jiva Goswami says. Very, very good point and very important to understand this concept. Okay. Empathizing with the suffering of...
questions.
yeah, one more concept, because you will not be able to answer the question if I don't say this. Okay.
Okay.
And now Nanda Maharaj, he is entering the scene, and after entering the scene, he sees this and he asks, who did this to you? And the boys say that Mother Yashodama did it. And then what happens? Krishna, he cries, and he definitely shows that he wants to empathize with Nanda Maharaj. Yeah, empathize with Nanda Maharaj. And then Nanda Maharaj, he asked the boys, what happened? How did this happen? Because all the people of Vraja, they were able to hear the sound. And what happened? Who did this like that? When Nanda Maharaj questioned, the boys said it was Krishna who did this. There were two persons who came out of the tree and they happened to praise Krishna. And they were so full of effulgence. And after that, they went to the north.
They said, oh Krishna, Narada Muni cursed us because we were more attached to the material nature, and so we went into these trees and were cursed. And he said that we would meet the
I'm going to do the question.
Supreme God face to face. So like that happened.
Actually,
Yes.
why Narada cursed them is that according to Prabhupada says that anyone who is naked has to become a tree.
That's what
Prabhupada says.
That's what
Yeah.
Share one thing.
Oh yeah, and they were in the lake with Nalakubera and Manigriva. They were in the lake when and they were acting like foolish and
Like not foolish, they were like with the woman.
but, like, yeah,
Wearing
and
clothes.
they were in the water.
Intoxicated.
Narad Muni came. He saw
Correct.
what
So,
both came out of the water.
so let's try to go through the questions. Kids, let's try to go
Mataji?
over the questions. Yeah.
Can I share one thing?
Yes, Mukund.
The trees were like the species of trees were Yamala Arjuna trees.
Correct. Yamala Arjuna trees, and of course, because their behavior was not good, as Ramachandra and others were saying, they were all naked. The trees also, they were cursed to become a trees because they were showing whatever the trees also
They
stand
were
naked,
doing
right? So
like
that's what.
they were doing material nature things like not wearing clothing.
Yes. All right, no problem. We will go to the question and answers. We all know what the two fingers represent. One is the endeavor, that is the eagerness for Krishna. The second is the mercy for Krishna. Okay, so that is what two fingers represent. Are you with me? What does Vibhu mean? Vibhu means big. The waist of the Lord was increasing in a way it was invisible to Mother Yashodamma. Now, for you guys to answer, can you answer this question? When Krishna saw the sweet labor of Mother Yashodamma, he saw the labor of Mother Yashoda and accepted the dash. Binding or not binding?
Binding.
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 Correct. Then next question. When Yashodamma was trying to bind Krishna, where was Rogini Mata? Was Rogini Mata there? That was the question.
No.
No.
They were at Upananda's house.
No.
They were at Upananda's house.
Correct. Upananda's house. Very good.
She and Balaram were at Upananda's house.
Yes.
Upananda's
Very good.
house.
Okay. Now this question. Gopis exclaimed that Dash is protecting Krishna. Choose the right answer. Is it destiny, his power, or his lawfulness? Very good.
Destiny.
Destiny. The Gopis were saying his destiny was protecting the Lord. What is VCT's explanation? That is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's explanation of why the rope became short every time.
Because Krishna had a desire to go study with his friends, and any desire of Lord Krishna has to be fulfilled.
Correct. Very good point. So Ramachandra's is the right answer. Whenever Krishna desires, Krishna's desire was to play with his friends, and when that desire was what he wanted to fulfill, and that is the reason why Yashodama's desire was not fulfilled. That is Vishwanath Chakravarti
Because
Thakur's
his
explanation.
desire was the opposite of Mother Yashoda's, so Mother Yashoda's desire couldn't happen.
Correct. Did Mother Yashoda give up her effort to bind Krishna?
No.
No, that's like
No.
To teach Krishna lesson.
That's why Krishna wanted to be binded. That's the reason Krishna wanted to be binded.
She wasn't ready.
Correct.
She wasn't ready to give up that easily.
Correct. In fact, her determination got up even further when when the gopis told her not to give up.
Yeah.
Okay. What is
That's why
Dhrityavashya?
Krishna was binded at last.
Because so she was more determined because so she wouldn't be like a laughing stock kind of.
Yes.
Because then like they
Internally she had her own reasons why she wanted to do it, right? She knew that Krishna was going in the bad direction. He didn't know what is good from bad. To train Krishna, she wanted to teach him a lesson, and that is the reason, out of love, she didn't want to give up her effort. Okay, it was all coming from her love. What is Dhrityavatyata mean? That means becoming a
He who
servant.
is controlled, everyone is controlled by him.
Yes, he is so Krishna, he is the supreme lord. He is being controlled by everybody. So he is the controller of everybody. But in this case, he is controlled by his devotee, Mother Yashodama. And that is what is Dhrityavashyata mean, becoming a servant or the subordinate. And what was the move of Balaram?
Mad.
He was mad.
This portion of form.
He was
Correct. He
angry.
was in the mood of
Mad.
or Ananta says, saying, what did he say? He said, with his poison of the 1,000 hoods, he can, inundate
Destroy the whole
entire
universe.
Raja.
Yeah, but he didn't because he heard it was Mother
The fire
Yashoda.
of
Mataji, when is
fire.
moral poison to destroy the
No,
whole
today there is
universe?
no moral.
Mataji,
Yes, kid. Yes, tell me. He-
so my question was, I forgot who Rohini is. Rohini was Balaram's mother.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Was that your question? Okay, we can move to the next question. Gopis exclaimed that Dash is protecting Krishna. We saw
We
this, right?
already did this question, Mataji.
Yeah.
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 Next,
You should go to the next slide.
Mataji,
Slide 5.
Mataji,
okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Ramachandra, did you have a question?
no wait, no Mataji, this is Akshita. Are you speaking because I cannot hear you much?
I'm not speaking yet. Can you hear me now?
Your voice is kind of low.
Yeah, your voice is low, Mataji. Kind of low, but we can hear you.
We can hear a
Okay.
little, most of it.
Yeah, I will fix this. Yeah, I will fix this soon. But is it okay now?
Yes, it's
better.
Yes, Mataji, it's like before now.
Better.
Yeah, because Varun was having my, my headphones. So he took one half of my headphone. That was the reason why you didn't hear me properly. The uprooted Yamala Arjuna trees created a huge, terrible sound. Is it true or false?
True.
Correct. Hearing the fearful sound of the falling trees, the inhabitants of Raja fainted for how long?
Hour?
1 minute, 1 hour, or 1 muhurta?
Hour?
Muhurta, meaning 48 minutes. 1 muhurta is 48 minutes. Okay, they fainted for 1 muhurta. Who came out of
Yeah, like Brahma Muhurta.
Kubera and Maningriva and their father was Kubera.
And their father.
Nalakuvera and Manigriva, and their father was Kuvera. Very good answer.
Welcome.
Yes. Did Nanda Maharaj believe what children told? Why or why not did he believe?
No, because Krishna's small boy had
Nanda Maharaj did not believe it because
Krishna is a son of trees.
Correct. Because they were small children, they were not ready to believe the kids. Okay. Did Nanda, okay, then what are all the activities did Nanda Maharaj engage with Krishna and Balaram?
He fed them.
Correct.
he fed them. He
He
fed them cow milk.
Correct. He fed them cow's milk.
Cow milk and
He ate a meal with them and
Sweets.
engaged in affectionate conversations. He relaxed with the
Played.
2 boys for 2 muhurtas. What is 2 muhurtas now? I said 1 muhurta is 48 minutes. What does 2 muhurtas mean?
36 minutes.
Correct.
1 hour and 36 minutes, I think.
Correct. So his heart was satisfied lying on the bed. Then he made them drink cow's milk, as Mukund said, and then he taught them to write letters. Okay, these were all some of the activities that Nanda Maharaj did with Balaram and Krishna. Did Nanda Maharaj beat Yashodama?
No,
Yes
no,
or
no,
no?
no, 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 no. He just said that.
No, he was going to just to show
He just said that everyone killed that
Kids, can you raise your hands? I'm getting lot of loud noises and I'm not able to hear anybody. Why don't you say Mukund?
No, because Nanda Maharaj was going to, not actually, but just to like scare Krishna that Nanda Maharaj is beating Yashoda Maya.
Correct, correct. Varun, why don't
So
you
that
say?
Krishna would go and go and sit in Yashoda Maya's lap.
Wonderful, yes. So he just pretended as if he was going to beat Yashodamma, just to invoke that compassion in Krishna. Krishna is internally very happy with Mother Yashodamma. Externally, he's seeming as if he is angry, but internally he has so much love for Mother Yashodamma. When Nanda Maharaj was going to show this act, going to just pretend as if he was going to hit her, he immediately got so compassionate with her, and he immediately felt the need to go and sit on mother's lap, as Mukund said, very rightly said. So that is the reason why Nanda Maharaj was pretending to do that act, so that Krishna would go and show his real affection to Mother Yashodamma, even though he was externally angry with Mother Yashodamma. Did Krishna's anger subside with Mother Yashodamma?
What does that mean?
What
What
does
does
that mean? Externally, he was in a very angry mood. He said, when Rohini Mata asked Krishna, Krishna said, Rohini Mata asked Krishna, whose milk would you drink? Krishna said, I will drink the fresh cow's milk. Who will you play with? Krishna said, I will play with my father. I will play with my dad. Then, he was not at all talking about Mother Yashodama. Looking at this, Rohini Mata was kind of bewildered. Oh, what is going on? Then she asked Balaram to go and see. Okay, you put his hand on Krishna, and Krishna just said, like that. And then Nanda Maharaj, he happened to show this action of trying to just pretending as if he was going to hit Yashodama. After that, his real mood of affection came out, and he showed and expressed his affection to Mother Yashodama. Okay, externally he was angry, but not really internally. That is the contrast that we could see with Krishna here. Are you all seeing, kids?
Mataji.
Yes.
This is Shamagori. Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Why did Krishna why did Mother Yashoda so why did Nanda Maharaj like he was not really gonna hit Mother Yashoda, but was he really hitting Mother Yashoda, or he was just doing it for like fun?
No, he was not doing it for fun. He wanted to invoke Krishna's full affection to Mother Yashodama. Krishna, he is eternally very affectionate and loving to Mother Yashodama. He was just waiting for that opportunity to express it externally also. See, now the scenario is that Krishna has been bound by Mother Yashodama, and because of that, Krishna is externally showing his anger to Mother Yashodama, even though internally he is very happy with her. Internally, he knows the reason why Yashodama did it. And now here, Nanda Maharaj, if somebody is going to hit someone, then immediately, oh, no, don't hit Mother Yashodama. I want to go and see her. I want to be in her lap. I want to drink her milk. Like that, Krishna started to say. Just for that act, Nanda Maharaj behaved this way. Are you clear? Are you clear? Hare Krishna, are you clear? Who was that who asked this question?
Shama Gauri.
Shama Gauri, are you clear? Did you understand?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, thank you so much, Shama Gauri. That was a beautiful question. Okay, now I want you guys to unscramble this word. You have to do some unscrambling here.
Yashoda is the first.
Yashoda is the first one. Yes. Second one, what is the second
Balaram.
one? Balaram. Third one.
Shankarshan, I think.
Oh, no. Did I miss something? Third one.
Damodar.
Damodar is the fourth. Yeah, Damodar is the fourth one.
Damodar.
Balaram. Isn't this Krishna? This is not correct?
Oh yeah, that's Krishna.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I misplaced something, but this is Krishna. This is Balaram.
I think you put Krishna.
Yashoda.
First is
Krishna.
second is
You put Krishna.
Oh, yeah, I put 2A. I'm so sorry. I have to remove 1A. Okay?
Yeah, that's.
Damodar.
you have everything.
This is Damodar.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the unscrambling of this particular slide. Okay, kids? Are you all clear with the concepts that we learned today and the revision and all the slides? What is that? I didn't hear you.
Go back to slide. Could you go down?
Mata, do you have a question?
Slide
Yes.
What is the word that means like
No,
desire will be just fulfilled if he just desires it?
Mataji.
Satya Sankalpa Shakti.
Satya Sankalpa
Satya Sankalpa Shakti. Satya Sankalpa Shakti.
Satya Sankalpa Shakti.
Satya Sankalpa Shakti. Yes. Very good question. Who has a question? Who wants to ask something in slide 6?
It's actually in slide 8.
Oh, in slide 8. Okay.
Mataji,
Okay.
now I get it.
What?
Mataji, number 2 is Balarama.
Balarama. Yes, Balarama. Yeah. Very good. Are you all clear, kids? What did Jiva Goswami say? What did Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur say? And why were the two fingers short? And as Ramachandra asked, what is Satya Sankalpa Shakti? And what else? We saw Mother Rohini Ma. We saw we saw what else? Sankarshana. That is Balaram behaving in the Sankarshan mood or Adi Sesha mood. So many things we saw in today's class, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji,
Okay.
number 4 is also Damodara.
Damodara, good job. Yeah. Okay, everything is ending with A, as you all can see. Right?
A.
Yeah. A. Okay. Any questions, kids? Can we adjourn for today? Are you all okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Mataji.
Thank you, kids.
Yes, Mataji, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Vanjagal Vatarabhyascha.
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
And our Damodar class ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Gopinda class actually. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Radhika
Thank
Mataji.
you, Vinita Gandharpika Mataji. Thank you so much for your help.
Mataji.